The dreams you see with your eye lay somewhere.
No, she disagrees. She disagrees with the part.
Dreams aren't meant for the eyes. The mind sees dreams. I cannot see with my eyes, but I still have dreams. Our dream is that I become a graduate.
The short scene you've just witnessed was a clip from the movie Black, based on the Helen Keller story. But that doesn't make the overall point any different. For a moment, imagine that this was your life, constantly in complete darkness. All you have to go on is familiar sounds. Life comes at a price. It's one we must all pay at one point or another. The price is pain and suffering. In today's modern world, we depend on our vision more than we realize. While we take our sight for granted, there are people in the world that don't have that luxury. This documentary will take you just above the surface of some of the causes of being visually impaired. We will visit a family who has faced the struggles of having a child who is visually impaired, and we'll discover how they overcame their hardships. At the end, you'll see what's been done to help these people. So sit back and relax as we take you behind someone else's eyes. We've just taken away your ability to see. All you have is the sounds you hear and shapes you can make out by feeling around with your hands. Please do not grope your neighbor. This is the tragedy people who are visually impaired face every day, from waking up to going to bed. So what causes them to lose their sight? Some people are born with a debilitating disease, as we know. Others have developed some form of visual disability over time. But what are the underlying causes?
We'd like to talk a little bit about our son, Daniel, and his visual impairment. And basically, he was born prematurely. He was born 14 weeks early, only weighed a little over a pound. And no child born that young comes away unscathed.
I have retinopathy of prematurity, which was due to my 3.5-month premature birth, which basically causes the optic nerve that is attached to the back of the eye to detach after a certain amount of time, so that causes loss of sight. Now, I have some sight in my right eye, but that is because there was some experimental treatment done to my right eye, so I could see. My sight really isn't that clear. It's not cloudy per se, but I can't read a street sign from far away. I would have to get up close so I could see it. I can make it out.
I'm legally blind, and I had spinal meningitis when I was like 11 months, and it affected my optic nerve.
I have an eye condition, retinitis pigmentosa, RP, that caused me to go blind when I was 19 years old.
My problem is non-hereditary macular degeneration, which means the retina of my eye, which is the film in the back of the camera of the eye, it's made up of about 10 different layers. I have decay at various sections, which means I have no central vision and I only have peripheral vision.
I see out of one eye. I see it out of my left eye. I don't see very much out of my right eye. Maybe shadows or like a movement, like I'll notice something move, but like I wouldn't be able to tell you what it was.
Today I just have light perception. I'm able to see light and dark, and I don't see any specific shapes, I just see shadows.
Our eyes are a vital part of living in today's world. Without sight, a lot of things produced for the general public become quite useless. So what kind of problems do the visually impaired face? In what ways are their lives different from ours?
It was a really scary time for us. I have to tell you that my biggest fear was that he would never see anything. And even to this day, even though he's going on 20, I still don't know what he sees through his eyes. But when he started to crawl, he crawled into walls, he chronically had a bruise on his forehead at all times because he didn't know to look up, and if he looked up, we didn't really know what he saw. Sending him away to school was hard. Sending him away to nursery school was hard, but he was in special education for a lot of years, and then I think it was 7th or 8th grade that he finally was mainstreamed into totally all regular classes with some extra help in things like math. He was always an excellent student. I think too he had a kind of a competition with his sister, who was also an excellent student, and he always tried to excel at everything. The difference is that everything was twice as hard for him. Some children spend 2 hours doing homework, where he would spend 5 to 6 hours doing that same homework. He has a vision within 6 inches of their face. They don't recognize faces in a crowd. People talk to them. I will tell you that Dan's memory and his hearing are unbelievable because he's learned to use his other senses, and he's one of the few kids I know that can talk on the phone, listen to the radio, watch TV, and be on the computer all at the same time.
The hardest part as a parent for me, I guess, is you don't get to do a lot of things that normal kids do.
Like play baseball.
Like play baseball or play football or play catch. The funniest story that I remember when Dan went into gym class, and one of the teachers that he had for gym didn't know he had a visual impairment. They were going to play some volleyball, and the teacher threw the ball at Dan and said, "Think fast," and Dan didn't know the ball was coming because he couldn't see it, and it hit him in the head. These are things that happen because not everybody realizes that people have problems. But I think that over the years he's gotten over a lot of hurdles that other kids might have a hard time getting over, only because he felt that that was what he had to do to get ahead, and I have to give him a lot of credit.
Before I came to NJIT, it was basically the same way. You know, I really didn't do anything that I would consider different from what you would do when in daily life. You know, just seem I guess I'm just so used to it that it's normal for me. You know, I haven't experienced normal vision before, so I don't know what that is.
I mean, it's just like you do with what you have, and if you never had vision, then you're not missing it. If you have vision taken away suddenly, I think it's more difficult.
I was at a young age, so it was easier. I see people that have lost their sight, later on in life, and I could see that it's much more difficult, learning things early. When you do things just because that's just what you know, I think it's a lot easier. So for me, I don't want to say it was easy, but yeah, I would think it's easier than having to lose it as a teenager, per se.
It sucks to be blind. There's nothing to say about it. It takes longer to do everything. Imagine you could never drive. I never had the driving experience. You're limited in where you can go, where I buy a home, how far away from people I can get, what I do. One of the problems related to my vision is that I lost the center of my vision where your night vision and color vision are. So I don't have as good color vision. My eyes don't work as well at night. They don't adjust to light when you come in and out. I'm sensitive to sunlight. All those things affect everything you can do. You don't think about all the freedoms you have because you don't have to worry about that.
Each person has to overcome their own struggles. The problem isn't in knowing that someone is visually impaired, it's in dealing with it. Most people find it awkward when they meet someone who is visually impaired. The truth is, they don't want anything other than to be treated like everyone else.
I've known Dan for about 2 years now. I've been his roommate since, suite mate last year, but now I'm his roommate this year, and I've met him through NJIT. Dan's a great roommate to have. Actually, I don't even notice his visual impairment half the time. Actually, never. It doesn't affect him at all, actually, so he's a great guy to be around and a great roommate to have. When we go to dinner, I'll help him pick out stuff, like when we go to get lunch with pizza, he can't see the pizzas lined up, so I'll tell him the toppings, what's available. And I'll help him if he ever needs help. Like if he drops something on the floor, I'll help him look for it. And anything like that. If he ever needs help, I'm always there for him. Dan's a great roommate to have, and hopefully we'll be roommates through end of NJIT?
He has become an advocate for himself. He has learned to, he lets all his professors know ahead of time. He can actually have unlimited testing time, but he doesn't like to do it. He likes to be a normal teenager.
Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and Tom Sullivan are among many visually impaired people that have gone on to do amazing things. Serious vision problems didn't stop them. They have become actively involved in their lives and in their communities. They have broken through their personal limitations and fears and become an active part of life.
And now we're recording.
Now, the first thing I would like to say is what a great group to have the visually impaired, legally blind person recording everything. And second of all, what I would like to say is, Sham, you are the biggest pain in the ass. It is 11:15 on Monday night, and I'm tired. So I hope this lighting is good, and if it's not, tough shit. Okay, I'm done with my whining. Okay, we may proceed now.
I don't go hunting.
Shoot the wrong prey.
That's right.
That's
right. Hey, you don't have to be blind to shoot the wrong person.
Hi, my name's Maureen Fischbach. You know what? I'm going to have to talk because he's a moron.
And this is, we are making a blooper reel, so this is going to be on it.
Oh.
This is going to be awesome.
All right, then. Could I say that he farted?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, back. Let's go because it's late. It's late.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name's Maureen Fischbach. All right.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you?
Fred, what the hell's wrong with you?
Nothing. Hi, my name is Fred Fischbach.
Okay, come on now. This is all blooper reel.
This is going on the blooper reel, there's no doubt. Oh, man. This is great.
All right, can you stop recording for 1 second, please?
No, this is awesome. You're not missing this.
I don't have a secret identity as, super blind man where I solve crimes and things like that.
If it's
blooper reel, take two.
Yeah, blooper reel, take two. Just because you're visiting,
take three.
You suck.
Occasionally I get upset with an ignorant person who, I'm signing my bill really closely at the food store and she goes, you should get glasses. And you should get less ugly and stupid.
Lighting is also an issue when reading. I have to have a good amount of light. Oh, it's freaking scrap. Who the hell? Damn it, Billy. Little shit.
Well, we did say
hello.
2 o'clock.
Okay. Hi, my name's Maureen Fischbach.
Hi, my name is Fred Fischbach.
You suck bad.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to introduce this boat.
What did you start laughing at me?
You're like
you can call me Ray or Jay.
Wait, it's like the answering machine. You have reached the Fischbach residence. All right, you know what? I'm going to introduce this boat because there's something wrong.